What's up, YouTube? Capital G here, looking at a brand new Link 1 monster coming out of Extreme Force. This is Ventriloquists Clara and Lucika. Some adorable artwork on this card, but I have to say, after staring at this card's art for, I don't know, maybe like 10 minutes, I cannot tell, maybe you guys can explain it to me, which one of them is the freaking puppet and which one is the actual little girl, because it's just not clear to me. Like, I don't see any strings. Usually the tail is like the hand in the bag, but yeah, it's not very evident. And this is a strange situation, right? Because this card was revealed early this morning. A lot of times at late nights, I'll go on the OCG Twitter just to see if they've announced any cards. I just kind of look for anything new, and I'm like, okay, Exodia, don't care. Swords of Revealing Light, don't care. Oh, brand new Link monster? What does this do? And, you know, a lot of times I wait for like YG Organization to actually translate the card so I can try and base my opinion on it. And YG Organization had this card mistranslated, the summoning conditions, which is important. And I was like, oh my god, I was gonna shit all over this card. I was like, this card is useless. It's like Link Spider, but just absolutely worse. And I was like, you know what, fuck that. Rather than making another video just shitting all over a Link monster, I was like, you know, this is just, I'm just gonna go ahead and watch some more JoJo's Bizarre Adventure or something like that. This is not even worth my time. Then I go ahead and I look at the card again, and the summoning conditions have been changed, and I'm like, wait, what the hell? This card's completely different than what it was when I went to sleep. And yeah, let's go ahead and look at it, and I'll explain what I mean. So it's an Earth Spellcaster Link 1, 0 attack. The Link arrow points up towards your opponent, or I guess possibly up towards your extra monster zone, depending on where you summon it. It points up, so that's all you need to know. It requires a normal summoned or set monster and cannot be Link summoned except in main phase 2. So originally YG Organization posted that it required a normal monster to summon, and I was like, damn dude, that's just like Link Spider, except, you know, it has a better marker arguably, and it has more attack, and it has a better effect. But this is a different card, and I think that the most important thing that you need to note about this card is not just the fact, obviously it is kind of difficult to summon, but I think that all Link ones so far have not been really easy to summon. The fact that this card arguably lets you break the mechanics of Link summoning. The fact that this lets you use set monsters is mind-blowing to me, because we're only 3 sets into the Vrains era, and Konami is already printing out cards that break the mechanic. I'm not trying to say like this is Zodiac or anything, but you know how Zodiac breaks the mechanic of Xyz summoning? It's supposed to be 2 monsters, and then they're just like, what if we made an archetype where you only had to use 1 monster? Surely that won't become one of the top 5 best decks of all time. Whoops. Like, this is interesting because, like, I can't think of any Xyz. I can't think of any synchros that let you use face down monsters. I'm sure that there's maybe a couple of examples, but there aren't that many, and this is already a card that lets you use set cards. Now, obviously, this is strictly a utility card. They didn't give her an effect that really does anything. They gave her an effect that restricts her even more. So I would probably say that this is a card that any deck could run, and I think that they want you to use this as a stepping stone to go into other Link monsters. Like, if there are Link 2s and 3s that require Link monsters as materials, this would be a prime card to go into, because why not? If you look at the other Link ones in the game, Link Spider requires a normal monster, Link Karibo requires a level 1, so it's pretty evident Konami does not want Link 1s to be very easy to make. They want you to have to, like, put a little bit of thought process into what Link 1s you're running in your deck, what cards you're using as those first steps to achieving the big boss monsters. But I'm just looking at the set effect, and I'm like, bruh, what if they build this into a like whole archetype? Could we be seeing Zodiac 2.0? Like, you guys think it's crazy now, but just think about like year 3 of Reigns, when Konami is like, man, we've done everything we can with Links. Like, what can we do? Hey, let's make an entire archetype where you could use set monsters as materials. Boom, Zodiac 2.0. You broke the mechanic. What if they do this for the Gladiator Beast Link monster? Believe me, if there's any archetype that deserves to be able to link with face down monsters, it's Glad Beast, because you can contact fusion with face down monsters, or at least you can with Glad Beast. I know that you've been able to do that all the way since GX. So can you imagine if you just like set a bestiary and then you're able to just link summon with it? Like, that would be awesome. So I would really like to see them build that into the Glad monster, but I promise you guys, they're gonna build this effect into an entire archetype in like year 3 of Reign, brains, and it's gonna end up being like super broken. And I don't know, I wonder how many other monsters that they're gonna build this into. I am fascinated by the fact that they have already kind of broken the mechanic of the Link summon. Anyways, whatever you guys think, leave it in the comment section below. It is very nice that it is kind of a generic monster, because I can't think of many decks in the game that can't normal summon or set. Maybe something like Psyframes if you're playing just the absolute pure Psyframes, but even that deck would probably run like Maxi and Ghost Ogre, and you could at least set those and then go into this. But now I'm getting off topic. Thank you guys for watching as always. Subscribe if you have not already, and turn on those notifications for daily videos.